Seeing some fish right on the bank, folks. Did the shell cracker come back finally after 4 months hiatus? I was catching some fish. I was catching some shell cracker here in November. I made several videos and then these fish disappeared. It's the end of March. Oh, it's a little crappie. It's a little crappie. I will take a little crappie. Really, the crappie is all the way on the bank? And it has a bunch of eggs. Look. A bunch of eggs. Every time it's different on Tennessee River, folks. It's part of the magic, I guess. You can say I have nothing but heavy-duty rods behind me for white bass. I've been killing the white bass here. I already scanned everything. No white bass at all. Believe it or not, I don't know where they went. I see black bass. Black bass is busting on the bank. And I saw these little dots. I thought these might be shell cracker. But this is my only super ultra wide, which is enough. One rod is enough, but usually I have 3 or 4 super ultra wides in the boat. But like I said, I came prepared for, look at this, with the heavy guns. I have 2.5 gram tungsten tied on. I got prepared for the big fat 15-inch white bass. Let's see if I have even Kitek left. Maybe it's finally time. Yeah, look at this Kitek. You have to go deep into the lure just to have some meat. The hook needs to hold some meat when it's so torn. But then when you hold enough meat so it doesn't fall off the hook, then you don't have enough gap left. And sometimes the gap is not even the problem. You have very thin mouth. And if you use very thin Japanese hooks, the hook cuts the mouth. I know it happens even with the big fat eagle claw hooks, but with thin wire hooks, the problem is even more pronounced. So if you want to land these fish, net them. I have to make a proper ultralight net. Oh boy, did he eat it deep. I'm talking deep. Wow, no harm done, no blood. I promise you, this fish was not harmed. Stiff wind, but I was fishing yesterday in the stiff wind, and I'm telling you, stiff wind is your friend in the spring. And it's not even that cold. It's just difficult to cast. But that's why I'm casting with the 2.0 number 8. So we can cast even against the wind. Man, they're tapping already. Another one. It's amazing, folks. They're in the grass. What is it? March 29. It's March 29 today. I'm behind with my videos a lot. What is this baby crappie doing here? You don't have no eggs. I'm behind with my videos, folks. I want to do the reviews. I'm 4 or 5 videos behind. There's another one. This is amazing. This is amazing. 5 crappie back to back. Yes, I missed one of them. I horsed it a little bit. But on 5 casts, I had 5 fish. Not on the mooring sails, in the grass. Totally fishable from the bank, if you know where the grass is. Man, these fish, I'm telling you, folks, the end of March is already game on for crappie. it's already game on for crappie. Even April is too late if you live in Tennessee for crappie. End of March. Told you before, Illinois and Tennessee, both the bluegill spawn both in May for some weird reason. Maybe it's the moon, I don't know. But they're both in May. Look at this, they're hitting again. Maybe this time I'm not gonna catch a fish. No, I will. Every single cast, stiff wind. Stiff wind, but makes it even more enigmatic. The wind is blowing, you just barely get 30 feet out. Takes a while to sink to the grass. Grass is not that shallow, by the way. They're in the grass, but the grass is not that shallow. That's amazing. This bite in the spring is just, there's nothing like it. In the fall it's good too, but in the spring the wind is blowing and they're just mad. Yesterday I fished another lake. The bite was mad again. Telling you, the bite is mad. Yeah, I don't want to fish with this old ripped off Kitek when the bite is so good. Wasting time, folks, wasting time. Because I can tell you, the bite is not going to be good all day. Is there any other good piece here? I'm still reusing pieces of Kitek, but I need something a little bit better. Okay. Alright, we got a little bit longer piece of Kitek here. This time I got it. Hit twice. No, that's not a crappie. This might be a white bass. So there is some white bass. Maybe they're spawning too. This has to be white bass. So I'm telling you, wind is your friend in spring. Wind is not gonna be a problem for catching fish. As long as you can cast, but just cast heavy stuff. Just cast the 2.0 number 8 like me. Even from the bank. 2.0 number 8 with Kitek. 3 casts. If you don't get a bite, keep moving. Keep moving. Don't change baits. It's not about baits. Keep moving. Man, this bass is much smaller than last week, but what a fight on the super ultralight. What a fight. Crazy. Just change the tackle and all of a sudden you enjoy the fight with much smaller fish. Yeah, the wind is blowing good. Now bucket brigade gentleman moved closer to me, seeing that I'm catching fish after fish. That's the other negative. Yeah, 2.0 number 8 with a Kitek is like a live scope. You're gonna find the fish very fast. Keep moving. If you don't get a bite, you don't need a better bait. I'm telling you. They're not there. Crappie, white bass, black bass. Even bluegill. You can find bluegill with a 2.0 number 8 and a Kitek. You're not gonna catch them unless they're big, but you will find them. They will come and tap it, and at least you discover them. Once you find them, they start tap 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 tap. Then you can switch to the 1 gram number 12 and some trout magnet or dangly tail or something like this, and then you can focus on them and tear them. But you can still use this thing instead of live scope from the bank. Oh, what did I hit here? Let me move this rod. He's bringing the bucket closer and he's coming even closer. He's right in front of me now. And the fish are still biting. It's incredible, this bite. But this guy bothers me now. He's in the frame of the video, and bothers me inside. I don't even collect the fish. I don't even care about the fish. I just wanted to make a nice quiet video by myself. I have to make a decision now what to do, but how can I leave these fish? How can I leave them? They're biting as soon as I cast. Also, if I leave them, the other dude is gonna come and they're both gonna cast here and clean this spot out. I'm telling you, these are not even 5-gallon buckets. They're like 10-gallon buckets. They're gonna fill them up. Incredible, folks. Absolutely incredible. Every single freaking cast in the wind with old Kytex from 2 weeks ago. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Even the bucket brigade with some huge heavy lures, spinners or something. He's casting to the middle of the river, but he's catching. I think he's catching white bass though. I'm catching the crappie in the grass. He's catching white bass. I think so. I don't know. Incredible bite. Yeah, I'm gonna keep fishing. I'm gonna keep fishing. This is incredible. Man, as soon as it sinks, you just move it a little bit. I'm telling you, and the rod loads up. This is just incredible. I made several videos already this year that I called best fishing of the year, but this session might be the best fishing session of the year. Just look at this. Just nasty weather, but as soon as it drops in the water, crappie after crappie. These fish are here. I don't know if they're spawning. What are they doing? Just every freaking cast. Absolutely unbelievable. Get you some 2.0 number 8 and just cast as far as you can and run the jig off the bottom. Don't run too slow. You guys reeling too slow. You don't need to run that slow. They're gonna hit it. Just run the jig off the bottom, and if there is fish there, they're gonna hit it. Incredible. Incredible. The other thing that happens is once the bucket brigade finds fish somewhere, they tell all their friends and they come with the posse. They come the whole posse, all the relatives. They come up with 3 vans, 18 people. Once they catch fish next weekend, there will be 20 people there. It's dangerous what's happening right now. My goodness me. Look at the wind. The wind is absolutely nasty. But absolutely doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter at all. Because with the 2-gram jig, I can still cast far enough. You can probably catch right now crappie even with a metal spinner. I'm telling you, these fish here, they're competing for the lure. They're competing. Caution out the window. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look natural. They're competing. This is incredible. I think this is the best bite I have had this year. The best bite. I know the weather is nasty, but this is not the first time I have incredible bite in nasty weather. Even in Illinois, I remember one time I threw an anchor. I didn't even have spot lock when I just bought the boat. That's a good crappie, full of eggs though. This should go back. But these people don't throw back. This is a big and full of eggs crappie. Look at this mama. Go this way, mama. Is my lure? No, see, I don't have nothing. No kitech, no tail, no nothing. I can still twitch with this, but I'm telling you, the bite is not gonna be hot forever. I wanna make the most of it. So I'm not in the mood to experiment right now. These fish will move. Whatever is left here, give it to me. Any color, any at all. It's a good color actually. Easier to see. This jig head has caught so many fish that the surface of the jig head looks like the surface of the moon. It's all chipped and cratered and beat up. I can see scars from the teeth of the fish. Okay, we got a little sun now. Let's see if the sun makes a little difference. It just came out of the clouds. No difference. But these fish will go away. They will. So I'm gonna stay here and pluck them out until they move. The sun will come out, or I don't know, something else will happen. I can see them still. They're still here, folks, and there are not any fewer of them. I don't know how many I caught already, but the fish are still there. The sun will come. Something visibility will increase. They will get spooked and they will move deep. So I'm gonna stay here and pluck them as long as I can. Oof, starting to get seasick. We have some wakes from somewhere. Look at this. None of them are big, but because I have at least one super ultralight, I never go without a super ultralight. These are ultralight, light. Yes, I have one dingly tail tied on here. No, I cannot get distance with the dangly tail, folks. Let's see. Might just be far enough. Yeah, even the dangly tail, they tapped it, but I didn't catch him. No, with the dangly tail, the hook is smaller and the lure is smaller. You messed up. That's not the 2-inch kitech. Man, I love this reel. I freaking love this reel. Just because of the audio. It's not as smooth anymore. It is not as smooth as the new one. I still love it. It doesn't have to be perfectly smooth for me to love it. Can I lift it? No, I cannot. When I start lifting, maybe because of the eggs, too much weight. This is not a bluegill. Why did you not hit the kitech? Did you guys see the kitech too many times? It even has eggs. Boy, it is tough. Let's make a few more casts with the dangly tail then. Yesterday I was actually swimming the twitch bait, but that was a hairy dangle. It has more stuff moving when you swim it. This one is a regular tail without hair. I might still try swimming it. Let's see if this is the first bluegill. Proof of... No, it's not bluegill. What is tapping? Why are you guys tapping the kitech? Why are you guys tapping the kitech? What changed? Something changed. Maybe they're just too small. But they were tapping the kitech. Yep. I don't know if this was swimming or twitching. A little bit of both. But it did the job for sure. Yeah, that's a crappie. Haven't caught a single bluegill. What was tapping like this? Tap, 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 tap. Not even that small of a crappie. Oh, is it a crappie? What is... Yeah, it is a crappie. I don't know, with the sunglasses they look a little different. Come here. There you go. There's one right in front of the boat. This is not bluegill either. The bite slowed down though. The bite slowed down. I feel we have maybe 15 minutes left. And whatever is left of this fish will move back deep. Whoa, did you see that? Some bass exploded right on the bank. Man, everything is aggressive today because of the wind. These fish are feeding, the crappie was feeding, the bass is right on the bank. Woo, another one. They're exploding right on the bank. Now, if they are that shallow, the 2.0 number 8 you cannot use, of course, but the 1.2 number 8, which sinks super slow, that one you can fish right on the margins. Is this black bass? Suspended fish, not on the bottom in the grass where the crappie is, but they suspended and a little bit shallower. Yeah, suspended and shallow. What is this? Can we catch 1 3-pound black bass there? Suspended and shallow, not on the bottom. See, we got one of them. Let's see what's suspended and shallow there. It's not big. Might be something different, man. Right up against the sun. What is suspended and shallow? One big bluegill for me? No, small crappie. And this crappie was real shallow. Real shallow. Huh. Who knew? Let go of Dingle. What a day of fishing. And there is some fish so shallow on the bank, I can catch them with a float. I don't have a float though. I never bring float on Tennessee River. It's just too deep where I fish. Should start bringing a float. Definitely. I don't want to cast a jig there. I'll pick up grass right away and then have to clean it. But if I had a float. Is this my first bluegill today? Honestly, folks, I kid you not, I did not catch a single bluegill today. It's not that I removed it from the video. Have not caught a single bluegill. Even though somebody grabbed him. This is not a sore. Somebody grabbed, I see, somebody grabbed him, maybe a gar or something. Every time I think these are bluegill, I better leave. I catch one of them and it's a crappie. Like this one. This is a crappie. I mean, tap like a bluegill, but this is a crappie and I lost it, but it was a crappie. Put a little bit too much and got another one. It's another crappie. These are crappie. These little dots are not bluegill. Gotta be a little bit more gentle. Pulling a little bit too much on this crappie. Hey, that's not even that small of a crappie. I shouldn't pull so hard. This is come here. Well, this one is kind of hanging down. Could it be a little white bass? Could be. Could be a little white bass. But a little white bass, man. When I was fishing with the big rods, these white bass, I'm still fighting them, but I can control them. Now they're just pulling and I cannot do nothing. It's not just the rod, by the way. I cannot do nothing because on the super ultra wide, I also have thinner line. So I cannot just yank. I have 2.5 or 2.8 pound line. The rod is heavier power, but the line is stronger and I can pull more too. What a fight. Got a jacket maybe. It's blowing good and it's not exactly warm. see what this is. Not a white bass, I think. Is this the first bluegill? Is this the first bluegill? No, it's not. It's not the first bluegill. It's just crappie 101. Gosh dang it. What a day. What a day of fishing. You know, sometimes you spend a lot of money and you spend more money and something is just not right and it's not a color match or doesn't sound nice, the drag is not too smooth, or sometimes you go on a streaks where things don't work out, but then just every now and then you get one of these days where your tackle is perfect and the bite is just perfect. And you catch fish after fish with beautiful tackle. It feels so finessey in your hand. The drag is so smooth. The clicks are so vibrant and pleasant to listen to. Background is beautiful. I know it's windy today, it's not that peaceful, but you get some of these days, folks, where all the money you spend on tackle, just one day, 6 hours of good non-stop fishing. And you feel that all the money was worth it. That's how I feel. Yeah, you're gonna have to work for those. You're not gonna catch them with the big spinners. You gotta be very finessey. There's one more. Yeah. The little dingo. It's very hard to hit. It's not like the kaitek. Very hard to hit and not get hooked. Very hard. Still crappie. Still no bluegill. This is incredible. How are you hooked? Can I lift you? I'm gonna lift you. I'm getting tired of bending over for the net. Yeah, if they're hooked in the nose, you're good. But if they're hooked over here in this transparent stuff, look how thin the hook is. The hook is gonna cut their mouth. Yeah, I see the bucket brigade is not catching them now. He's got a huge lure. I think he was going for white bass. Maybe because there is no limit for white bass. You can put 100 in the bucket. But crappie has a limit. I don't know what's the limit though. I'm sure it's at least 20 or 30 fish. They're ridiculous here. And this crappie that I caught, by the way, if he kept them, it wouldn't be a big loss. They were all 10 inchers. These mid-range crappie, they're actually safe to harvest. You're not harming anything. This one has a little weight. Is it a little bit better? These fish are here and they are feeding, folks, even though the bite slowed down. This river, you don't know how many times I came in February and January here. You have no idea. I kept coming. I don't have videos here January and February. Last year I did. Last year January and February was full of white bass. This year January and February, blanks. Okay, not blanks. I caught 1 or 2 fish, but in terms of video, blank. Not enough for a video. This year, only in March. I don't know what happened. It has nothing to do with people fishing. There was nobody here. Yeah, there was nobody here. But there was no fish either. And the water was very low, just like now. I was blaming the water that we didn't get any fish this year. But look, the water is super low right now. The fish is still here. Yeah, there's still fish here. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's a white bass. The white bass is just steadier and stronger on this rod anyway. White bass and crappie. What a bite today. What a bite. I knew it was gonna be windy, but I was certain that I was actually kind of expecting something like this, but white bass. I thought if I find the white bass, I'm gonna tear them in this wind. They're running though. Man, what a day. What a day already. Welcome to USS Liberty. Yeah, this fish looks spawned out. No, it's not. It's full of eggs. What am I talking about? Why does it look like this? No, this one is fat. That's why he was fighting. I don't know, when they're fat, they have weight. That's a decent one, actually. Look. That's not bad. I think it's definitely time to call it. The bucket brigade can have the rest of it. Way on the bottom. Come on, let's go. I know there is enough. There is at least one more fish. Now I want to see what this is. This has to be the first bluegill of the video. And it is. I'm not going to end the video with this, but I have finally, at the end of the video, proof that there is some baby bluegill here. Because I was seeing these things. I told you they look just barely bigger than the jig. And I'm getting tap, tap, tap. But when I catch something, it's a crappie. Just listen to the video. I said, man, I'm certain that this is a bluegill, but when I catch it's a crappie. How is that possible? But I've told you this many times. You assume that what you catch is what's on the bottom, but what you catch is limited to your jig. If your jig is too big for bluegill, or there is another restriction, you're gonna catch only what you can catch. So if you're throwing the big kitek and there is 90 bluegill there and 10 crappie, 100 fish, you're gonna catch the 10 crappie and you're gonna leave the 90 bluegill alone, and you're gonna think all of the fish that I saw on LiveScope was crappie. This one is not a bluegill, it is a baby crappie. And I am calling it a day, folks. Might be even a little white bassic. I'm calling it a day. The bucket brigade can have it. Yeah, it is a little crappie. I think we made the best of it. We caught them all, and now we can go enjoy the rest of the day scouting for other spots. Let me come here to give you one last look, folks, for the thumbnail. I don't know if this will be the thumbnail, but look at this beauty. What an amazing morning in the nasty wind. Bye bye, little crappie. Hey, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.